If you've ever felt confused when you spot a sportsman at the cinema or a model in the movies, then you've come to the right place.
Oh, so you're a nasty type then, huh?
I was not nasty. I didn't play much. That was the problem. I wasn't nasty enough.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for another Top 10 Celebrity Lookalikes. For this list, we've looked at those celebrities who seem to look the same physically. There aren't too many rules to this one. If you're famous and you look like someone else who's famous, then you're in contention. If you didn't see some stars you thought should be on the list, be sure to check out our first video of the Top 10 Celebrity Lookalikes.
It's so depressing.
It's just creepy, and there's just like one person with a headset on, like, go!
Number 10, Jennifer Ehle and Meryl Streep.
I should be very well pleased.
Yes.
Despite their 21-year-strong age gap, Hollywood doesn't have too many celebs that look as similar as these two.
I know that Jane would wish me to be with her.
Meryl Streep and Jennifer Ehle enjoy contrasting career paths, but put a picture of one alongside the other and it's almost impossible to tell your Elizabeth Bennet from your Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, really? This is becoming quite tiresome.
It's the piercing look to their eyes, the intense nature of their roles. For Ehle, it's a pleasant and interesting maturity.
But such a man could hardly be sensible, and you know I could never love a man who was out of his wits.
For Streep, it's an effortless ability to stay young.
See? Somebody spiked my urine sample container.
Who?
Boy. Well, how do I know who? Anybody could have done it. You leave it sitting there on that shelf by the punch in it in the plant.
Number 9, Andy Garcia and Mark Strong.
I'm afraid you're mistaken.
Slicked back black hair is not an entirely atypical look among film stars, but few wear it as similarly as Andy Garcia and Mark Strong. The former is famous for Ocean's 11.
Would you agree?
The latter is best known for Sherlock Holmes.
Your mistake is to imagine that anything earthly has led to this moment.
Admittedly, Strong's recent hair loss has lessened the two's look-alikeness, but before that, they could have just as easily been body doubles.
Is that right?
Yeah, imagine the odds.
There is a little difference in their acting styles, with Strong more probably cast as a villain. But both men ooze style from their hairlines to their jawlines.
All right. You proved your point.
They're both the other side of 50, but they're both the right side of attractive.
Do you have any final words?
Death is only the beginning.
Number 8, Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley.
I know how it feels now. She's trying to replace me.
Yes.
Speaking of attractive, these two leading ladies share a huge amount of beauty. Natalie Portman and Keira Knightley are at once sophisticated and sexy, provocative and pretty.
I was just trying to be perfect like you. So stupid.
They look alike in all the loveliest of ways. From period dramas to space-age sagas, from The Black Swan to The Black Pearl, the Portman-Knightley classical look has graced all manner of great movies.
You knew before I did.
Theirs is a strong subtlety that's as enigmatic as it is enticing, as it is exciting, as it is almost exactly the same.
I'm not entirely sure that I've had enough rum to allow that kind of talk.
In fact, they're so alike that Knightley was cast as the decoy of Portman's Queen Amidala in The Phantom Menace.
What do you think, Master Jedi?
Number 7, Harrison Ford and Nick Faldo.
All right, kid. You better be right about this.
Next, we trade film with The Fairway for a lookalike that brings sport and the cinema together.
What a vivid imagination.
Harrison Ford and Nick Faldo are The Last Crusade meets Clubhouse Leader.
Now you're ready for the golf course.
You're insulting them and you're embarrassing me.
Star Wars meets The Sand Wedge. Blade Runner meets Ball Striker.
It's still very important, I felt, to go out with the right frame of mind.
These two have gotten progressively pair-like with age, although they've always shared a certain likeness.
I went and grabbed him for a selfie for a laugh.
Perhaps Ford can play, perhaps Faldo can act. Neither could stand in for the other especially effectively, but the initial illusion would be hard to detect.
Well, Your Highness, guess this is it.
Number 6, Kurt Russell and Jeff Bridges.
You got the wrong guy. I'm the dude, man.
Don't f with me.
Back to the acting old guard now, and to a pair of performers who have made their fair share of Hollywood history.
Why are we talking?
Kurt Russell is perhaps most famous for his anti-heroic roles like Snake Plissken.
The name's Plissken.
While Jeff Bridges is universally known as the Dude.
I'm the dude. So that's what you call me, you know? That or his dudeness or Duder or, you know, El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
Their acting styles are not especially similar, but their facial features are freakishly close. Mid-length hair swept back with a lick, wrinkles in all the right places, stubble that looks good at all grades. They're men's men, and mighty similar.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just like your opinion, man.
Number 5, Victoria Justice and Nina Dobrev.
So, what's the video gonna be?
They're both TV stars in their own right, but surely they've substituted for each other before now.
Oh, because I'm so that girl.
Victoria Justice is the teenage sensation star of Victorious.
Just don't tell anyone.
Nina Dobrev holds a fiercely fashionable role in The Vampire Diaries.
Hey, come on. There's more to me than just gloomy graveyard girl.
They're both at the top of their respective games. They both have a look that demands attention.
We're just hanging out, you know, friends.
Mission accomplished.
Long dark hair, big dark eyes, smiles to savor. There's a dynamism to both that suggests a future career which could be as long as their locks.
Everything that used to matter doesn't anymore.
I think this has been a great little experiment.
Number 4, James Brolin and Christian Bale.
It sure looks that way.
Our next lookalikes are so entrenched in the modern subconscious that they've inspired conspiracy theories.
I mean, I guess I'm a pretty sick guy. Well, that's my fault. I guess I should have warned you.
One might think that Christian Bale and Josh Brolin have a resemblance to one another, but it's nothing compared to Bale and Brolin's father back in the day.
You're trying to emotionally blackmail me with a charge that's...
Fantasy?
I just want to help.
James Brolin found fame in '69 for a role as Stephen Kiley in the U.S. medical drama Marcus Welby, M.D.
I haven't noticed more than I can handle lately.
While Bale is perhaps most famous for playing Batman.
You either die a hero, or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
The Doctor and the Dark Knight are a dead-on double, though. Thus, some frantic, famous family tree theories.
Don't you know who I am?
Number 3, Tandy Newton and Zoe Saldana.
Do I know you? I'm wearing a cocktail dress. What do you think?
These actresses are as similar in looks as they are varied in the roles they undertake.
F you, man. Like you know.
Tandy Newton gained attention for 2004's Crash, and she also garnered a comedic reputation after her part in Run, Fat Boy, Run.
Oh, now you tell me.
Zoe Saldana's career has included roles in Pirates of the Caribbean, Avatar, and Star Trek. All in all manner of movies.
You brought me here because I speak Klingon. Then let me speak Klingon.
Filmically contrasting, but physically comparable. Both actresses have a very Hollywood look.
How about showing some interest in something other than the way she looks?
The hair, the eyes, the style, and the smile. They're A-list attractive.
Well, maybe we should all go out for dinner then.
You think?
Yeah, and then we could go dancing.
You're joking.
No, not at all. And then afterwards we could come back here and have a threesome.
Number 2, Henrik Zetterberg and Jared Leto.
Let's do this right, man.
Another sport to cinema crossover next, as Detroit Red Wings hockey captain Henrik Zetterberg is put alongside Academy Award-winning actor and musician Jared Leto.
Something as simple as that, I think a lot of people would probably be like, that's pretty strange.
It could be the piercing eyes, it could be the impressive beards, it could be how the hair looks at mid-length.
How long did it take you to grow this beard?
Since the Oscars, I've been growing this. I'm very attached to it, so.
Oh my goodness.
So we shouldn't have this situation right now.
Whatever it is, these two are totally similar. It's as difficult to imagine hockey Zetterberg acting as it is to imagine Leto on the ice. But when we watch either one of them, it's hard not to think of the other.
And I think we still have problems, but I don't think it shouldn't take this long to figure it out.
What is the problem, for Christ's sake?
We also can't forget to mention how Zac Efron reminds us of the younger Mr. Leto on occasion.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Do you promise?
I promise.
Do you promise?
Totally,
I promise. We promise.
Promise? Okay, because a promise is a big deal to me.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
How can I know that and not know who I am?
And that just, continued to build over the years.
And, I don't want to brag, but my impressions are hilarious 100% of the time.
I like the sound of that.
You Dane Cook, you piece of...
And the chess match continues.
How did you get over that?
I'm watching you. Shh. Thank you.
Number 1, Amanda Seyfried and Gemma Ward.
Who is it? Tell me.
There's Hard to Tell Apart, and then there's Amanda Seyfried and Gemma Ward.
I feel like there's a part of me missing.
The American actress and Australian model are so similar that they stand atop our podium. You'd think there was a mirror between them. It's blonde hair, enormous blue eyes, big smiles, and general beauty.
It's just a really, really pleasant experience.
Oh my God, yes.
It's a lookalike that neither is going to resent. It's a coupling that's uncanny and then some. They're the winners of our crowns today, and we trust they'll look equally as elegant in them.
Her clothes are just so feminine, and they seem to just, she seems to just know exactly what a girl or a woman wants to wear.
Do you agree with our list? Which lookalike did we forget? For more celeb-filled top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
You signed it, farewell from your Valentine.